Support for Radio Friends comes from La Brunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact La Brunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Learn more at labrunerie.com or by calling 573-449-5313. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, December the 16th. We're going to talk about something today that's not happening for several months, but you want to make plans for it, and that is the True False Film Festival. I want to introduce you to STACIE Pottinger. Good to have you here,
Nice
Stacey.
to be back, Paul.
And TRISCHA SPLITTER.
Yes.
Pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Now, last time you were on, Stacey, we were talking about the book that you
Exactly.
that you did.
Yep.
On 100-year-olds.
book about centenarians,
Yeah.
black and white photographs.
Yeah.
But I have a new role now.
True False.
True False. I'm the Director of Communication and Development for Ragtag Film Society.
Okay, so tell us about the True False Film Festival.
Well, today I want Tricia to talk first a little bit about volunteering.
Yeah, so as you know, hopefully you know that True False could not happen with all of the hundreds of volunteers that show up the weekend of the fest. And once again this year, we are soliciting everyone's help. Volunteer applications are open. We have various roles and various timeframes available. You can volunteer pre-fest, post-fest, and during the fest. So it's really, you're able to customize your volunteer schedule to have the fest experience that you want.
Now, somebody volunteers, how much time are you talking about that they need to devote?
Yeah, great question. There's two levels of volunteering. You can do general volunteering for 20 hours or a juggernaut volunteer for 40 hours. And those, like I said, that can be pre-fest, post-fest, and during the fest.
Okay, so if you like the True False Film Festival, or maybe if you've never even been to it, but you're curious and you would like to volunteer to help out, you know, everything operates on people volunteering.
Yeah.
Our society really could not be what it is if folks didn't volunteer their time to help out with everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so true.
So true for True False.
And Columbia is especially good for getting volunteers.
It's a very volunteer-friendly town.
It is.
It's also a really philanthropic town. And what I wanted to talk about today was the ComoGives.org campaign that we're running right now through the month of December. So if you go to ComoGives.org, you can click on Ragtag Film Society and help donate to keep Ragtag Film Society and the True False Film Festival and Ragtag Cinema going throughout the year.
Right. And there's so many other wonderful organizations, but you're for Como Gives, but you're asking specifically to go to Ragtag.
Yes, please give to Ragtag Film Society.
Okay.
And then I wanted to quickly mention that our passes are all for sale right now for True False Film Festival. They're all for sale online at truefalse.org. And I wanted to mention specifically the Stay Up Late wristband. It's $45. It gets you into every festival, concert, and anything that happens after 9 p.m. So you can get in free via the queue to any films. We'll talk about the queue at a later date.
Okay.
Because I know we want to explain that later. The Simple Pass, where you can reserve up to 10 tickets online before the box office opens to the public. And the Lux Pass gives you the complete True False experience.
Okay, is there a website that people can go to?
Truefalse.org.
So
gives
simply
you
go
everything.
to truefalse.org.
That's going to get you a link to Como Gives. It's going to give you a link to
Okay, give me
volunteer, a link to buy your passes. Everything is right there in one
Okay,
spot.
you got it. And mark it on your calendar because the True False Film Festival is when?
March 3rd through 8th.
All right, and we'll be telling you more about that as we get closer to it. Ladies, thank you so much for coming
you.
by.
Thanks for having
And best of I hope you get a lot of volunteers. Remember, they're looking for volunteers. So go to truefalse.org
Yes.
to volunteer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Now I want to introduce you to Hannah Reeves, who is no stranger to us. Good to have you here, Hannah.
Hi, thanks.
Braudis Gallery. And you just got a new show up, right?
Yes. The month of December is really special at Braudis Gallery. It's literally our special exhibit. It's been an annual exhibit that we've done for 6 years now. This is the time of year when we bring mid-20th century masterpieces right to Columbia. We fill the entire gallery, the new East Gallery, the gallery that people are used to from years prior. fire. And so we're able to hang nearly 70 pieces. And
70?
Yes. And so these are masterpieces of the 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. But they're artists whose sort of fame and careers were centered in the abstract expressionist era.
And these are original.
These are original paintings.
So how do you go about being able to obtain these masterpieces?
We do a lot of research, and it a lot of times starts with the story of an artist that we want to tell. And so this year we were very focused on a painter named Mary Abbott. She was an abstract expressionist painter, but she also went on to paint for 7 decades. And so she really, by the end of her life, which was actually just this year, was a contemporary painter. It's easy to forget, right, that someone was a mid-20th century painter and that they're not just frozen in history. We wanted to tell the story of her long and prolific career that involved abstraction, but also painting landscape and foliage and portraiture, this beautiful growth and development that happened over decades. And so once we focused on her story, then we found the people who held her work. And so then we create relationships all over the country, and we bring artwork from dealers all over the place.
So when you're bringing the artwork here, do you purchase that artwork, or is it on loan to you?
It's a mixture of both. Yeah, it's often a mixture. And so in this case, a lot of the pieces are consigned, but there's it throughout the exhibit, there'll be a mixture.
If somebody comes in and they see something that they want, are they able to attempt to purchase it?
Absolutely. Everything in every exhibit that we hold is for sale because we are a business. And so a lot of times we operate kind of like a museum. We put on shows that we expect people to come to for the viewing experience, which is totally fine, but we do operate based on artwork sales.
So you encourage people, if you see something you want, make an offer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Are these, I hesitate to use the word as far as negotiating. Can you bargain for the?
For the most part, no. There are a few rare examples where we have a little bit of leeway, but when we're working with living artists, that's how they get paid.
That's how they make their living. Correct.
And so it's comparable when we're working with dealers.
Yeah.
So there is a very fair price tag, literally on everything that you can actually see. So it's very transparent. So there's no sort of like gauging, a different price for a different person. It really is very upfront, and all of the work is for sale.
Okay. And you have 70 different pieces?
We have 10 artists represented, paintings that span 1942 to 2003, and we're thinking about this timeline of those decades and telling the story of these artists.
Oh, that sounds fascinating.
It's a beautiful exhibit.
How long does it take you, and we're out of time here, but the time frame, how long does it take you to put the show like this together?
A year.
One whole year?
It's a year in the works, at least. Yeah.
And it will be on display
through December 28th.
All right. So you have some time to still look at it at Braudis Gallery. Thank you so much, Hannah Reeves. Your hours of operation are?
11 to 6, Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming
you.
by. All right. We're out of time today. Barbara Buffalo will be with us tomorrow. Something you'd like to hear or see? I'd love to hear from you. Pepper P, Missouri.edu. Bye-bye.